All right. Hello, everybody. Hopefully, the audio sounds okay. I wanted to make a video going over how I wrote and produced my song "Impermanence" that I released almost 2 weeks ago now. Uh, it's probably my favorite thing that I've wrote so far, and there's a lot of things in here that I thought I that were pretty interesting that I did. So I just kind of wanted to go over each part. I'm not going to explain how to play it note by note, but I'll just kind of go over each part, how I thought of the riffs, and how I kind of change the sound to blend in with the song to create the piece altogether. So let's get right into it. We're just gonna start with the intro, which is actually two guitars. They're playing the same exact notes. One is just kind of arpeggiating the notes, and then the other is just strumming the chords but an octave down. So I'll let you hear both real quick how they sound. So that's the whole pattern right there. So the idea first started with that picked arpeggiated, I don't even know if that's the right terminology, but just those pick notes. So where I originally got that idea from was those first two chords. It's this, I don't know the chord names, I'm sorry. And then let me back up a little bit. I'm a little too close. Sorry if you can't really see the guitar that well. My mic's in the way. I don't know how to position it really. Okay, but yeah, it's just those two chords. That actually came from that song, Just the Two of Us. Because I remember learning how to play that. I forgot most of it now, but the first two chords are those chords. I think it was a something like that. But that's basically what spawned the idea for this riff. So I just go into those two chords and then resolve it on the minor, and then I just it goes all the way down to E minor. I don't know all the chords or all the. I don't really know theory that much, but it was just a lot of noodling around with those first two chords and just adding to it. So those are all the chords of that melody. So that's what this melody is kind of playing along with, and then the second guitar is literally just playing those same exact chords, but pitched an octave down with some added effects like chorus on there, and the transpose feature on the Archetype Gojira. I have it pitched down an octave. It actually added a little bit of like fuzzy phasiness to it, which also kind of adds to the effect. So that's how I got the intro. And then as far as the bass for the intro right here, I don't have a bass guitar. Everything was done with this guitar right here. It's a 7-string Schecter Demon. I do play the song in drop A, so you know, basically standard with the 7-string tuned down to A. And then the bass guitar is just this guitar pitched down an octave. It sounds bassy enough. The way I got that sound was just using kind of like a clean tone, and then I used the doubler. I transposed it down an octave, and then I took off the effects, boosted the bass a little bit, cut the mids and the highs a little bit, and yeah, just ended up making a pretty, I would say, a pretty solid bass tone for not even being a real bass. So if you hear when I'm playing, I'm not even using the 7 string at all. This is the fifth string and the sixth string. But that's a E on a bass. So I basically have a budget bass guitar right here. So that's how I got the bass. So the intro just goes through that melody again, but with bass added. And then also I have the drums come in, just kind of doing, you know, some simple low velocity hits. Okay, so now we're getting into the actual intro distorted riff. So let's start with this guitar right here. So this is just the same exact chords that I was showing you earlier. Only I was actually just strumming them like crazy. So the riff starts off with, I don't know why I can't hear it. Sometimes my the wires in my guitar are a little messed up. I got to get them fixed. So it just comes in with that hit, and then it's just those same exact chords from the intro, but just strummed like crazy. I'm not gonna play it cleanly right now, but yeah, it took a couple takes because I'm not used to playing that like that fast, that hard. You know, I'm a pretty soft player, so that took a little getting used to. But that's what this guitar is doing. And then I also have two rhythm guitars. One is pan left and one is pan right. It's just the same thing, double tracked. It's just to add the actual rhythm. So those are very, very, very simple. It's literally just power chords on the, you know, the bottom three strings. 3rd fret, 2nd fret, 7th fret. And then I forgot what else I go into. Oh, same thing, yeah. So yeah, that's this whole section with that little and yep, that's all that's playing for that section. Very simple drums. It's just doing a bunch of hits on this I don't even know the proper name for this cymbal. And then the kick going along. And then it gets into the actual riff where it's pretty much just rhythm guitars. There's no leads or anything. I initially did have leads, but I changed it to another rhythm guitar. And I wanted to make to establish the chord progression to just be hard and punch in your face. Like this is going to be the chord progression. This is the rhythm. So we can hear that here. Very, very simple. So each guitar is actually doing the same thing. So if you hear these two right here, these are just pan left and right again. And then I have one going down the middle that it's a little less distorted. It's more of a crunchy-ish tone. It's very, very subtle. It was initially a tapping section here. I have the tapping over here. But I didn't want that in the song that early, so I opted to just play the rhythm section right there, and it ended up working pretty well. I think it's a good way of setting up the chord progression, but also leaving things open for me to build on. So it hits pretty hard when it actually comes in. You'll see how it kind of punches you a little bit. Nice, solid rhythm. And then just simple drums. I'm not a drummer, but you know, I can program simple patterns. Okay, so now getting into the first like verse section. This was all just kind of like intro section here. So it's just the two or the intro again. It's the exact same thing. The only thing different is both of the guitars are playing the melody. It kind of, I felt like it felt a little bit more like the melody was progressing that way. And then we have another clean tone playing the melody. There's a lot of layers in here. And then I have this, which is just tremolo picking. And then no rhythm guitars here. It's just the bass that you hear. And then the drums. And then we get into the actual chorus, which is pretty much the same progression that I already showed you. Those same chords from earlier, along with those rhythm chords again. But also what I added was this right here, which is that tapping section. I think altogether that adds a nice layer above everything. It's subtle, but I think it adds some nice ambience. And it's very, very simple. I'm doing that first shape, basically. I'm just not using my pinky on the 4th string. And then I'm just tapping on the 12th fret, like 1st string, 2nd string, 3rd string. And that's all I'm doing. That's all the tapping is right there. Just that simple, little tapping section, I feel adds so much to how the actual song like is progressing. So it's just the same thing. And then we go into the middle section, which actually has like a kind of little guitar solo part. So let's kind of solo what I have here. You'll see. So it's just the chords, same exact chords from the beginning. But this time the chords are on both. Because I didn't want the solo and the melody to be clashing. And then we have what I thought was the thing that ties us all together. Here, let me just play everything really quick for you. So you can hear the two guitars up here doing the chords. Obviously, you can hear the lead, but also if you listen closely, it's harmonics going on in the background. Kind of sounds like bells. So that was actually by accident, because when I was playing the melody, I was messing around, kind of just diddling around, and then I put in some accidental harmonics. And when I was moving the guitar tracks around and editing, it sounded really cool. So I just tried to find the correct notes, because it wasn't the correct notes. It was a little bit different. But then I just found the actual. And when I added that along with everything else, I thought it sounded so cool. It just makes it, to me, it makes it seem like cold. I don't know what it is. It sounds almost a little like snowy above the smooth lead tone here, which is actually not even that clean of a tone, but I think that was just one of the default leads. Oh yeah, it's just a clean tone that I just kind of turned up the gain on. Kind of forgot how to play. I do want to go over this little melody first. Um, so let me play it all the way through real quick, and then I'll kind of show you what I did. And then the bass comes in at that part. Just adds a little bit, you know, keeps it from feeling like it's not moving anywhere. Before I end this, my favorite part of the song is right there, but we'll talk about that after. So I just want to talk about these leads real quick. So very, very simple, nothing crazy fast or anything. I was just trying to be tasteful with the notes that I chose. Um, I kind of went for that little bluesy lick right there because I thought it went really well with those chords in the beginning, especially how it comes to a stop and then that melody comes in. So I'm doing a lot of like I think the actual term is like staccato. I'm not sure, but I'm doing a lot of like sudden stops, like sliding into the note and stopping it. I think it was a lot better than just going like that. Just sounds like I'm diddling around, but adding that little, I think it adds a little bit more character to the tone, to the playing. Let's see if I remember it. Whoops. And I like to slide into the note. I just think it makes it sound cooler, a little bit more interesting. And then for the second part, I'm just playing that same chord from the beginning, just kind of sweeping through it. Not really sweeping, but just playing the chord really quick, adding a couple notes at the end. And then same thing here. And this part is just alternating, letting the notes ring out. Sliding down. And then I do this little walk down with these chords up here that I thought was really cool. And then my favorite part of the song personally is how I go back into the chorus from that melody. Because I could have just ended it on that chord and then went right back into the. But I just when I was playing it, I heard a big dissonant hit in my head, and I was like, "Oh, I have to make that real." So this is what I'm talking about. And then back into the chorus. So that's my favorite part right there. I'm so happy that I decided to do like that big dissonant hit. I think it kind of not only throws you off, but also if it would have been boring to go straight back into the chorus. It wasn't. I felt like it was a very interesting way to bring back the chorus and also kind of almost snap you out of the trance like soft part. Almost like somebody's like waking you up out of a dream or something. That's what I was thinking about. So the rhythm guitars are just playing these. That chord is very simple. It's just spawning from the second fret. Uh, Actually, I forgot to play it. I don't even remember what I did there. Let's figure it out real quick. That was... Oh yeah, I was thinking the right shape, just wrong position. So that's what those two guitars are doing. The lead drops off right there. And then the tapping guitar. What is this one doing here? Let's see. Okay, so yeah, I literally just played open on the E string and then fourth string, just that dissonant scratch chord. Playing that. I think I do the same thing on this guitar here. Yep. And then I think also on these two guitars, I think I do the same chord. Oh, I remember now. I'm doing one of the chords from earlier. And then the intro bass, I think is just playing this note right here. Yeah. Sounds a little weird, but altogether, it's just that big dissonant hit that snaps you out of that trance, which I think is so cool. And then back into the chorus. Same thing with the tapping. The only thing I changed in the second half of the chorus is I changed the tapping into the original melody to kind of bring it home. It's just a little more distorted, but I feel like it was a good way to bring back that melody. And then the outro, it's just basically like the intro melody and chords with the added harmonics, which is an interesting way. It's not really copying and pasting the intro. It's another way to kind of tie in earlier elements of the song together. So the harmonics are actually played on both of these guitars here. I just thought it made it cut through the mix a little bit more. And yeah, the song just tapers off. But that's pretty much how I made the song. And then drums came in. Like the way I would do it is I would make the riff, add in the drums once I finished that section, make the chorus, add in the drums, make the next section, add in the drums. And yeah, that's basically how the song came together. Took me maybe in total about 9 hours. But yeah, I thought it was really cool, and I just wanted to kind of show you my thought process behind putting all the parts together. If you like more videos like this, I'm down to make more. This is pretty fun. Other than that, Happy New Year, and I don't know how to make outro. Bye.